Welcome to our Hong Kong Brief Show. I'm your host, Jenny. Today, we're diving into some exciting developments from around the globe and right here in Hong Kong. First up, the Rosewood Hotel Group is making waves in Abu Dhabi, targeting Chinese travelers with new initiatives like WeChat payments and a push for more Mandarin-speaking staff. This strategic move comes as they plan to expand their luxury offerings across the Middle East and beyond. Next, let's talk about Kuala Lumpur, where a new wave of chefs is transforming the culinary landscape. With the introduction of the Michelin Guide, young chefs are experimenting with bold flavors and innovative dishes, leading to a culinary boom in Malaysia's capital. However, they still face challenges like rising costs and staffing shortages, but they're finding ways to collaborate and thrive together. And finally, a significant shakeup in New York City as NYPD Chief Jeffrey Madry resigns amidst serious allegations of sexual misconduct. This scandal has ignited calls for reform within the police department, highlighting the urgent need for change. Stay tuned as we explore these stories and more in detail. South China Morning Post reports that the Rosewood Hotel Group is strategically targeting Chinese travelers in Abu Dhabi, positioning itself to capitalize on the lucrative market. Managing Director Remus Palomaru emphasized the importance of adapting to the preferences of Chinese tourists, including the acceptance of WeChat payments and hiring Chinese-speaking staff. With a strong performance exceeding expectations, Rosewood Abu Dhabi is not only aiming to attract leisure travelers but also business travelers using the city as a transfer hub. The group is committed to expanding its footprint in the Middle East, with plans for new properties in the region and other strategic global markets, reflecting a robust pipeline for luxury hospitality. South China Morning Post highlights a culinary renaissance in Kuala Lumpur, driven by innovative chefs reshaping the city's dining landscape. Upon returning to Malaysia, Chef Zach Z discovered a vibrant food scene that embraces local flavors and adventurous culinary techniques, a stark contrast to the traditional fine dining that once dominated. The Michelin Guide's introduction in Malaysia has spurred growth, with chefs experimenting with Malaysian ingredients and techniques, leading to unique dining experiences. However, the industry faces challenges such as rising food costs and staffing shortages, prompting chefs to seek collaborative spaces like supper clubs to share ideas and foster creativity amidst these pressures. South China Morning Post covers the abrupt resignation of NYPD Chief of Department Jeffrey Madry amid serious allegations of sexual misconduct. Accusations include coercing a subordinate, Lieutenant Quathasha Epps, into sexual favors in exchange for overtime opportunities, leading to an internal investigation. The fallout has prompted a broader examination of systemic issues within the NYPD, as Epps and others have come forward with claims of harassment and retaliation. The department's leadership is undergoing changes, with interim chiefs stepping in as the investigation unfolds. The case has raised concerns about the culture within the NYPD and the urgent need for reforms to address these serious allegations. South China Morning Post highlights the importance of allowing young people in Hong Kong to experience failure as a means of fostering resilience. The author reflects on a personal experience while leading a group of scouts, where a hands-off teaching approach led to the scouts assembling a tent upside down. This incident sparked a realization about the detrimental effects of a failure-averse culture prevalent in Hong Kong, where mistakes are often met with criticism rather than understanding. The article argues that embracing failure as a learning opportunity is crucial for emotional resilience, especially in a society where youth are frequently judged for their inability to cope with setbacks. By encouraging children to experiment and learn from their mistakes, we can help them develop a healthier perspective on failure, ultimately leading to personal growth and better coping mechanisms in adulthood. South China Morning Post reports on the rising trend of Hong Kong travelers seeking short-haul holiday deals during the Christmas season, particularly to snowy destinations in South Korea, Japan, and northeastern China. the Travel Industry Council noted a significant increase in bookings for these destinations, reflecting a shift back to pre-pandemic travel patterns. While short-haul tours are thriving, long-haul travel remains sluggish due to economic concerns and higher costs associated with flights and accommodations. The article emphasizes the festive atmosphere in Hong Kong during this time, with an influx of travelers expected at local airports and border points, as residents seek affordable yet enjoyable holiday experiences. The desire for a white Christmas and the convenience of nearby destinations are driving this trend, showcasing a renewed enthusiasm for travel as pandemic restrictions ease. South China Morning Post features Adam Francis, a wildlife photographer and author of A Field Guide to the Snakes of Hong Kong, who seeks to change the perception of snakes in the city. Francis's passion for zoology has led him to explore Hong Kong's unique biodiversity, where he finds a rich array of wildlife easily accessible from urban areas. His book, known as the Snake Bible, aims to educate the public about the often misunderstood reptiles, emphasizing that most snakes prefer to avoid human interaction and pose little threat. Francis highlights the importance of snakes in ecosystems and encourages people to appreciate their beauty and role in nature. As the Year of the Snake approaches, he hopes to inspire a greater understanding and appreciation for these creatures, urging individuals to approach encounters with calmness and curiosity rather than fear. South China Morning Post reports that Hong Kong Disneyland Resort is once again contributing to the annual Christmas charity campaign, Operation Santa Claus, OSC, for the sixth consecutive year. The resort will donate all proceeds from its Holiday Wishes charity postcards sales, which raised over 570,000 Hong Kong dollars last year. Visitors can purchase festive postcards featuring beloved Disney characters and send greetings to loved ones, while the resort also supports other local charities. This holiday season, Disneyland will donate 50 Hong Kong dollars to Make-A-Wish Hong Kong for every Frozen minifigurine sold, showcasing its commitment to community service and corporate social responsibility. South China Morning Post highlights the urgent need for the construction industry in Hong Kong and mainland China to accelerate decarbonization efforts. Hang Lung Properties Deputy Director of Sustainability, John Hafner, emphasizes the importance of policy changes to encourage the use of low-carbon materials and technologies. With China aiming for carbon neutrality by 2060, the construction sector, which contributes significantly to emissions, must adapt. Hang Lung has set ambitious targets, including a 47% reduction in greenhouse gas emissions by 2030, and is actively sourcing low-carbon steel for its projects, signaling a commitment to sustainable practices in the industry. South China Morning Post discusses the pressing need for reform in Hong Kong as the city faces economic challenges and geopolitical shifts. To secure a prosperous future, Hong Kong must embrace structural changes, balancing government intervention with free market principles. The city should leverage its strengths in education and technology while enhancing integration with the Greater Bay Area. By fostering collaboration with Shenzhen and investing in AI development, Hong Kong can position itself as a global metropolis. The recent establishment of an AI supercomputing center and a substantial AI subsidy scheme underscores the city's commitment to innovation, marking a pivotal moment for revitalization and resilience in the face of change. South China Morning Post reports that researchers from the Chinese University of Hong Kong have developed an AI model named Vision FM, which excels in diagnosing various eye diseases. This model, trained with an extensive dataset of 3.4 million images, has shown performance that matches or even surpasses that of intermediate-level ophthalmologists across 12 ocular diseases. Vision FM also outperformed the existing foundational model, RET-Found, in predicting glaucoma progression. The researchers emphasize the model's adaptability, aiming to be an open-source solution that can integrate additional data and imaging techniques, although its current accuracy is higher when analyzing Chinese data. the study highlights the growing interest in generative AI within the healthcare sector, with a focus on how it can enhance clinical applications. In another article, Gary White, the former head coach of Hong Kong's football team, expressed interest in returning to the role he held briefly in 2018. White, who left Hong Kong to manage Tokyo Verdy, reflected on his departure, which he attributed to non-football related issues, such as a lack of support from certain members of the local football association. He acknowledged the progress made by the current coaching staff but mentioned that he still feels a sense of unfinished business with the Hong Kong team. White emphasized the potential for Hong Kong football to thrive, provided there is unity and commitment from all involved parties, and he remains hopeful about the possibility of another opportunity in the future. Lastly, the South China Morning Post covers the excitement surrounding the discovery of dinosaur fossils on a remote island in Hong Kong, which has sparked public interest in dinosaur tourism. Despite the enthusiasm, experts caution against hastily developing tourism around the site, advocating instead for more research and preservation efforts. The fossils, believed to date back to the Cretaceous period, have sparked renewed interest in Hong Kong's geological history, which includes a range of fossil discoveries over the years. Authorities have been criticized for the delayed announcement of the fossil's significance, and experts urge for a more thoughtful approach to managing the site to protect its natural integrity while fostering education and interest in paleontology among the public. South China Morning Post highlights the vibrant resurgence of red makeup in the beauty scene, a trend embraced by celebrities like Taylor Swift, Rihanna, and Jenna Ortega, as well as high-end brands such as Chanel and Prada. Initially synonymous with classic red lips, the color has expanded its reach to cheeks, eyelids, and lashes, inviting daring experimentation among makeup enthusiasts. The trend gained momentum with Chanel's Spring-Summer 2023 collection, featuring red eyeliner and mascara, but it was a viral TikTok video by RMS Beauty's Rosemary Swift that truly ignited the popularity of red blush. Experts emphasize the importance of selecting the right shade based on skin undertones, and suggest that even those hesitant about bold red can start with subtle applications to ease into the trend. In the realm of sports, South China Morning Post reports on Arsenal's rising title hopes as they close in on Premier League leaders Liverpool. Following a resounding 5-1 victory over Crystal Palace, manager Mikel Arteta expressed confidence in their title race ambitions. Meanwhile, Manchester City finds itself in a precarious position, struggling with a poor run of form that has them teetering near relegation. As the season unfolds, teams like Nottingham Forest and Newcastle are making strides, while individual sports like darts see local talent Lee Locking exit the World Darts Championship after a tough match against Brendan Dolan, highlighting the competitive nature of various sporting events. The need for a shift in Hong Kong's academic mindset is poignantly discussed in a recent opinion piece by South China Morning Post. While the city's education system drives students toward high academic achievement, the immense pressure has taken a toll on mental health, with alarming statistics revealing that nearly half of young respondents feel like failures. The tragic rise in suicides among children underscores the urgency for a more balanced approach to education, emphasizing the importance of mental well-being alongside academic success. The government's initiatives to identify at-risk students and reduce the focus on traditional exams are steps in the right direction, but a broader cultural shift is essential to foster an environment where young people can thrive beyond just grades, nurturing their potential and happiness. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.